sideline reporter Holly Rowe.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports, LaVell Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Huskers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Running inside, it's Martin. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. He'll pull it down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Bachmeier.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Looking for space, it's Martin. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into...
And down he goes. He had a lot of time to do something and ends up taking the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And no surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
Makes a move, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off play action on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Unloads to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That's a really great play by the defender. And we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time. Now, the coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game. And here you go. The opening drive of the game. Great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
Well, and sometimes the defenders, they're trying to make plays. They're trying to catch it. A lot of times because of that, they misjudge the football. I like knocking it down, making sure the receiver doesn't catch it. They were challenged all week about a negative performance a week ago. Good to see them come out early with some energy and making some plays.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They feed him again. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Punch it out of the air.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete. Oh, he got loose. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
Trying to run, it's Ives. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Slams it ahead. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's the... Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Huskers!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got the back in the middle. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Hunter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it on the counter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. The 40. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
And I know that wasn't a big gain, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And BYU will get the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, BYU. He got it back corner of the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you can wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll keep it on the ground. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker. He's able to win up front, sees the gap, he's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the field.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to throw it again. He's got it. Ripping through the defense. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Wide out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Making side adjustments here. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Casper. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cougars are in the hurry-up. Keeps it on first down. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They want to run it left here. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Lets it fly. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
Great job by this defense knowing exactly where the marker was. He needed to get it to the 30, and they stop him at the 29. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Arizona State taking on the #1 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Sun Devils coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Back to throw. It's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given him a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
He's looking to throw. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The give on the option. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. They'll try to run for it. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. To throw, it's Calandria. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Martin. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On target over the middle. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Right back to the well. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Buckmeyer. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Wide receiver going in motion. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for space. It's Martin. Got room on the return. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Run in the red zone. It's Martin. Pushing ahead, a tough run. Picks up 4. It's down at the 15.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Off the play fake. Rushes on him. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch it with a field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Well, they turned the ball over on that last drive, ended up giving up a field goal, and now they could really use a touchdown this time around. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the catch. It's Barney. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness.
Throws it deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Tries to get it himself. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. Push ahead on the sneak. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Touchdown, Nebraska! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. With the catch, it's Martin. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, but certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Might be changing the route.
Booster.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeyer. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down.
Sweet.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
On the run, it's Martin. Finding some room. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Martin.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Oh, they're after him. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, BYU! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. The Cougars with the immediate response.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Calandria. He's taking a deep shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Headed to the end zone. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make the play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
He's looking to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
It comes down to this now. One final play to win it. This ball has got to get in the end zone somehow, some way. Who's going to step up?
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Huskers! They move on top here in the 4th. The Cornhuskers punch back.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.